Now 4:30 on WKYT this morning. Hear the 911 call. Police say saved a baby's life after his mother allegedly gave birth in a toilet and put him in a plastic bag.
A man died in a crash on a Kentucky interstate. Investigators say he was traveling with his family at the time.
And some scary moments at a Scott County elementary school, but a happy ending after the principal saved a young girl's life.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. It's your Friday. It's our Friday. It's everybody's Friday. We're glad to have you with us. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. We are tracking 10 school closings across the Commonwealth this morning. Fortunately, better weather will be here for the weekend.
Looks pretty good. Another cold front to move in late in the weekend, but milder weather returning for a couple of days. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris in our First Alert Weather Center. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, some of these back roads is just hard to get those things on clear. And what we're seeing outside right now, well, it looks pretty clear out there right now. First Alert Defender Live radar, and not only clear, like free of anything falling out of the sky, but the clouds are clearing on out too. And it's going to be a good looking day and a much better feeling day. Yes, it'll still be on the cool side. We're starting off in the 20s. We'll finish off right there, right around average for this time of year. 20s this morning, a couple 30s down south, around 41 degrees this afternoon, mixture of sun and clouds. So go over to the latest forecast coming up.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit, and we thank you. Let's get to the news. A frantic plea for help after a shocking surprise. We now have received a 911 call made after police say a woman gave birth in her home and then put the baby in a plastic bag.
Winchester police charged the mother, Cassandra Haney, with attempted murder. They say her roommate called 911 and saved the baby's life. WKYT's Jordan Valines has the story.
As Cassandra Haney's roommate made the call to 911,
911, where's your emergency?
the panic in her voice was evident.
I need an ambulance from Linden Avenue. What's going on? As soon as possible.
As she communicates the severity of the situation to the 911 operator.
My roommate just gave birth to a baby. Is your roommate okay? She didn't know she was pregnant. She just basically just gave birth and put on work clothes. She didn't know what to do.
Police say Haney gave birth into a toilet and left the baby boy in there for 15 minutes before placing the newborn in a plastic garbage bag. When Haney's roommate heard the crying and realized what her roommate had done, officials say she took the baby from Haney.
Have you got the baby wrapped up? I do.
And called police.
Is your roommate still doing okay? Yes, ma'am. She went to go get my mother-in-law. Where did she go? Oh, just right across the street. She has no clue when it comes to a baby.
Winchester police say the roommate's 911 call that day
Is the baby okay, or do you know? The baby is alive and he's crying.
was nothing short of life-saving.
Wednesday, Cassandra Haney pleaded not guilty to attempted murder and evidence tampering. She'll be back in court on January 21st for a preliminary hearing. At last check, police say the newborn is stable.
Shots were fired into a Lexington home overnight while children were inside. It happened just after midnight on Burkwood Drive. Lexington police tell us they found 2 bullets in the family's home and 3 in the garage. Luckily, no one was injured, and police say no one was very close to harm's way. Police have not made any arrests. They are not sure what the suspect looks like.
This morning, we are tracking the investigation into a deadly crash along Interstate 64 in Rowan County. An SUV crashed around 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon in the westbound lanes near Moorhead. State police say the SUV hit a guardrail and rolled several times. The Rowan County coroner says the driver, 27-year-old Michael Henderson Jr. of Huntington, West Virginia, died at the scene. Police say his mother, 63-year-old Deanna Henderson, suffered life-threatening injuries and was taken to UK Hospital. Henderson's 3 children were also in the SUV. Police say they went to UK Hospital with less serious injuries. Rowan County Coroner John Northcutt says the family was traveling to Tennessee.
Police have arrested a Clay County woman who they say neglected her paralyzed husband, which led to his death. Police have charged 32-year-old Amy Burkhart with first-degree abuse. They say her husband, Charles Burkhart Jr., was brought to Manchester Hospital Tuesday. Police say he was dehydrated and malnourished and had bed sores. He was taken on to UK Hospital, but police say he died yesterday. Police say Amy Burkhart could now face murder charges.
Well, caught on surveillance video, police say a suspected shoplifter knocked down a security guard with her car. Police arrested Kathy Ayala not long after the incident. They say they found her in Lincoln County. Police say Ayala stole some items from the Danville Kroger and a security guard tried to stop her, but they say she got into her car, put it in reverse. It caused the security guard to fall to the ground.
That escalated this simple shoplifting up to a robbery first degree and a wanton endangerment first degree.
Police say they tracked down Ayala by using the address listed on the car's registration. Police say the security guard was not seriously injured. He actually continued on with his shift.
It's now 4:35 on WKYT this morning. What police say started as an argument ended with a shooting in Madison County. That happened along Hager Drive on the outskirts of Richmond yesterday. State police say 63-year-old James Pearson pulled out a gun and shot 52-year-old Brian Ditch. Police say the victim was taken to UK hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. They arrested Pearson nearby. Police say Ditch was on Hager Drive picking up dogs as part of a dog rescue operation.
This morning, investigators are trying to figure out how a hidden camera ended up in a staff bathroom at Corbin High School. School leaders say at first the device appeared to be a smoke detector, but they say after taking a closer look, they found a camera inside. School leaders say someone put it there to spy on people, and they're outraged.
Because this is something that's you're infringing on another person's privacy, and that is not acceptable in any way, shape, or form.
Well, school leaders gave the camera to police. It's now being tested at a crime lab. Since the restroom is for staff, school leaders think an adult put the camera there. The school did not find any cameras in any other restrooms.
Caught on tape, police say 3 would-be thieves attacked a liquor store employee over a bottle of vodka. Police say Todd Ruth, Sandra Miller, and Robert Young were involved in the attempted theft Wednesday at a Manchester liquor store. When a store employee confronted them, police say it turned violent.
He was telling them that the police was coming. The shoplifter bent over and tied his shoes and then rushed the employee.
Police say surveillance video shows the 3 suspects attacking the employee in the parking lot of the store. The employee was not seriously injured. Police say when they arrested Ruth, Miller, and Young, they found a meth lab in their car. They're all charged with assault, robbery, and some drug offenses.
We have an update this morning for the search for some missing Kentucky teenagers. Police are looking for 13-year-old Cheyenne Phillips and 18-year-old Dalton Hayes of Grayson County. A truck they say the teen stole was found yesterday in Georgia. A gun in the truck was in the truck when it was stolen, and it was still in the back seat. On Wednesday, police say someone spotted the teens at a South Carolina Walmart in that truck. Police say the teens also stole another vehicle along with a checkbook. A principal's quick thinking saved a student's life at a Scott County elementary school.
The second grader choked on a piece of food during breakfast. WKYT's Garrett Weimer talked to the principal about how he came to the rescue.
At Eastern Elementary School, it started out like any other morning, but that quickly changed when Principal Ed Denny was told to hurry to the cafeteria.
A little second grade girl was laying, actually she was down on her knees right here in front of where I'm standing.
She was choking. Denny says teachers tried the Heimlich on her twice, unsuccessfully. Even Denny's first try didn't dislodge what the little girl was choking on.
And I pretty much knew I probably had one more chance. Like I said, she was taking in just a little bit of air. You could hear it, and I knew I had to make that next one count, and thankfully it did.
Principal Denny says the look in the young girl's eyes, utter gratitude, is something he can't get out of his head and probably never will. But he insists he isn't a hero. He was just doing his job.
You know, we help our kids here, and you know, I helped that little girl, and obviously the way she needed it most at that particular time.
Denny says he thinks everyone should be trained in first aid, and this is the perfect reason why.
Seconds save lives, and I have to say that's what happened here today. That little girl really needed help.
And thanks to this guardian administrator, she got it. In Scott County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Kentucky administrative regulations require at least one adult certified in first aid and CPR to be at the school when children are there during school hours.
The committee in charge of redrawing school boundaries in Fayette County has met again. Fayette County school leaders say the committee had a 2-hour discussion last night on elementary school boundaries. No final decisions have been made. Prior discussions on middle and high school boundaries have been put on hold. The committee will meet again on January 20th, the 22nd, and the 27th at the central office on Main Street.